Hello mga friends, this is Coach Janeth Aro. I'm a registered nutritionist dietitian. I'm also an Olympic and elite performance nutrition coach to some of the top athletes in the Philippines. So gusto ko lang magbigay ng aking opinion patungkol dito sa naging viral na test na ginawa tungkol sa mga local brands ng whey protein. Sa totoo lang ay hindi ko po alam kung ano ang accuracy level ng ginawang test na ito dahil hindi naman talaga ako scientist. Ako ay isang practicing nutritionist, dietitian, or sports nutrition coach ng ating mga elite level athletes, which means para rin akong consumer. 'Di ba? Kasi ako ay number one, syempre gumagamit din ako personally ng whey protein, and number two, nagre-recommend din ako sa mga athletes na hinahandle ko ng whey protein na maaaring makatulong sa kanila para ma-achieve yung kanilang mga goals pagdating sa kanilang performance and maintenance of muscle tissue. I actually want to acknowledge the effort done by Professor Wisdom pagdating sa pagpapatest ng mga locally available brands because this is actually a good information for us consumers. At least ngayon, alam na natin dun sa batch na tinest or yung mga items na napadala niya doon sa testing center, kung alin dun talaga ang masasabi natin na nagsasabi ng totoo or naglalaman ng sapat na dami ng protein based dun sa kiniklaim ng mga brands na ito kung ano talaga yung amount ng protein na doon o nasasaad dun sa kanilang nutrition information, no? Yun. So, I acknowledge that na this is really a good information for our consumers. But the information that was shared has been blown out of proportion with regards to the fitness community processing this information. Medyo nawala na po sa context, no, kung para saan ba talaga itong information na to. So halimbawa, sige, ilagay na lang natin ito sa ganitong context. So halimbawa, merong lumapit sa akin, Coach, okay ba itong brand na ito, no? Paano ko papayuhan ang isang consumer with regards to choosing or deciding whether to buy or take a particular whey protein supplement. Kasi basically, yun talaga yung issue ngayon, no? May ibang brands na nakita na hindi naman pala nami-meet yung total protein content na kiniklaim na nandun sa nutrition information or nutrition facts. Hindi pala tugma dun sa actual, based dun sa test na ginawa, okay? Based din dun sa sample na pinrovide ni Mr. or ni Professor Valleser. So, yun, paano ko tutulungan ng isang client with regards to choosing the right whey protein supplement for him or her? Usually, I go through a series of assessments talaga whenever I recommend something to my clients. Kasi it really depends kung ano yung pangangailangan. And actually, the major concern really there is, dapat ka bang mag-supplement? 'Di ba? Yun yung unang-unang tanong dyan. So, okay, for example, na confirm natin na yes, taking a whey protein supplement could have a place in the client's diet or the athlete's diet. So, paano tayo ngayon pipili? Ano ngayon yung ating pipiliin na brand, no? Or ano ngayon yung pipili nating klase ng whey protein supplement? So, ang unang-unang tanong ko talaga dyan kapag merong tinatanong sa akin is hindi yung presyo. Okay? Ang unang-unang tanong ko dyan ay third-party tested ba ang supplement na ito? The reason why I am very particular with third-party testing is because majority of the athletes I'm handling are national athletes, elite-level athletes who are competing at the international level, which means they are subjected to World Anti-Doping Code na hindi po pwede na magkaroon ng instance na makapag-take sila ng anything, whether it's medication or supplements, that may contain banned substance or performance-enhancing drugs. Nakalimitan, napakataas ng risk para sa mga elite-level athletes na mag-positive sa doping kung sila ay hindi maingat sa pagtitake ng mga supplements, which includes whey protein supplements. That's why I am very particular with regards to the kind and the brand that my athletes are taking. I have to make sure that somehow I am able to help them minimize their risk, okay, to testing positive pagdating sa anti-doping tests when it comes to the kind and type of supplements that they are taking. So yun yung unang-unang tanong ko, is it third-party tested? Ngayon, sasabihin mo sa akin, hindi naman ako elite athlete, di ba? Hindi naman ako nag-doping test. So, medyo kaya kong i-forgo yung ganong klaseng third-party testing because we know that third-party tested supplements are kind of expensive also. Ganun naman, pagka mas maraming tests na pinagdadaanan or mas maraming quality control na pinagdadaanan ng isang product, medyo mas tumataas din ang price. So, kung hindi mo kailangan or wala ka namang ganong klaseng testing na kailangang i-meet, ang next na question dyan ay tignan natin yung ingredients list. Ano ba yung sinasabi na ingredients na meron doon sa isang whey protein supplements? Kasi baka naman majority ng nilalaman ng supplement na yon according to the ingredients list ay mga extenders, no? Or hindi naman talaga yun yung kailangan makuha ng katawan natin, no? So, isa din yun sa tinitignan ko. Basically, yung mga first few ingredients that were listed, yun yung majority na nilalaman ng or yung major components ng isang produkto na i-consume natin. Because the ingredients are actually listed by weight. So, mas maraming component nung product na yun yung mas mauunang nakalista sa ingredients list mo. But how true that list is, we wouldn't know. Kaya maganda din na, yun, somehow, mayroon talagang testing na pinagdadaanan ng isang product, no, bago natin ito tinatangkilik. Okay? And then, kung medyo palagay ka or inaccept mo na yung ingredients list na yon, na sa tingin mo ay yun ang major component ng product na iti-take mo, again, this is not exclusive to supplements, but rather with the other items that we tend to consume, you now look at the brand reputation or the company reputation. Tinitignan ko din yung manufacturing practices ng isang producer ng supplement or any item na pinapatake ko sa mga clients ko or sa mga athletes ko, because I also want to make sure na okay, etong company na gumagawa ng product na ito ay hindi nag-hocus-pocus, 'di ba? Kasi that's one way also of confirming or affirming whether the ingredients list that they have stated in the product is true, 'di ba? So, yun, parang i-cross-check mo rin siya. Ngayon, like I said, pag mas madaming testing or quality control na pinagdadaanan ng isang product or food-like substance that you take, syempre, mas tumataas din ang presyo niyan. Kaya dapat tinitignan din natin talaga ng mas malaliman kung ano or kung saan galing yung product na tinitake natin, hindi lang dahil sa, okay, mura ito, or sinabi ni ganitong influencer, or sinabi ni ganitong artista na effective ito, o sige, ititake mo na din. So, hindi ganun yun. If you really want to somehow make sure na walang long-term consequences ang pagtitake ng isang supplement or any food-like substance that you're going to take, then you have to go beyond the price in terms of evaluating whether you should or should not take a particular food item or supplement or food-like substance. But actually, guys, I also want to remind you that we also need to look at the bigger perspective and not to major on the minor things, because we have to remember that whey protein is just a supplement, meaning an adjunct source of protein to help you meet your overall protein requirements in a day. And there are many other sources of protein. Alam nyo na yan, di ba? Mga whole foods nutrition. Alam nyo yan for sure. So let's not forget about that bigger perspective na okay, ang whey protein is just, something for me to help meet my overall protein requirement in a day. But then again, you can still get your protein requirement from other sources. Which I know also na kaya ganun katindi yung naging response ng consumers from the Filipino fitness community is because, syempre, binabayaran nyo yung protein na yun, yung binibili nyo, yung whey protein na yun, or yung protein supplement na yun, binabayaran nyo. Alam naman natin na hindi natin pinupulot ang pera. And primarily, that's the reason why many has reacted to that post, or to that information that way. Ibalik lang natin dun sa reality na, okay, this is just an information. Okay? Yung test na ginawa na yon ay magandang information to help us become better consumers, 'di ba? Yun talaga yung reason para doon sa testing na yon. And that just to let everyone know that we have this option to have our products or our supplements be tested anytime we want to. But I also want to let you know na yung pagdating po dun sa accuracy ng test, hindi ko po yan masasagot. We don't know the actual processes that it went through. So I don't know whether the test was accurate or not. I'm not a scientist. I'm not in the position to say whether it's accurate or not. But I also want to let you know that there are other labs, mga international laboratories na kung saan doon nagpapatest talaga yung mga kilalang brands na nag-undergo ng third-party testing para din masigurado hindi lang yung actual protein content but also whether the supplement does not contain any banned substance that will also have an impact to your health. So, hindi lang protein, hindi lang amino acid ang tinitignan dito, kundi yung iba pang components nung supplement na tinitake natin na, teka muna, after 5 years, after 10 years of taking this supplement, healthy pa ba ako? 'Di ba? That's what I'm actually trying to say, that we should also look at the bigger perspective of things, na hindi lang yung total protein content, 'di ba? But you also have to know whether this supplement contains something else that helps me achieve my goal o talagang yun lang talaga yun, yung gusto kong makuha. Kung protein, protein lang yun. I also want to remind you na pag sinabi nating sports nutrition, it doesn't mean by default that a sports dietitian refers to taking supplements. Yun yung medyo nami-misconstrue ng karamihan ng mga sports supplements company na pag sinabing sports nutrition, supplementation agad. Hindi. There has to be a balance in terms of using macronutrients, micronutrients, supplements, and ergogenic aids in order to achieve performance goals. Actually, may nagawa na po akong video about this. You can watch this snippet of what really sports nutrition is all about. Sa totoo lang mga friends, sa tingin ko ay hindi masyadong naiintindihan ng maraming tao ang salitang sports nutrition supplement. Iniisip kasi ng karamihan ay ito na ang susi sa kanilang fitness, exercise, or performance goals. Pero actually, sports nutrition supplements are nothing but mere icings on the cake. And the truth is, many active individuals can live, achieve their goals, and perform optimally even without it. Sports nutrition in its most literal sense is about taking advantage of macronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and ergogenic aids that may come from whole foods, sports foods, or convenient supplements in order to maximize sports and or exercise performance. Hindi po tama na isipin natin na mas higit ang benefits na makukuha natin sa mga supplements kumpara sa isang whole foods-based nutrition regimen. Maaaring gumamit ng mga ergogenic aids and sports nutrition supplements kung talagang hindi na kayang ma-achieve ang goals mo sa pamamagitan ng sapat na pagkain. Alam ko din na gasgas na payo na kailangan nating mas pagtuunan ng pansin ng pag-consume ng whole foods nutrition as our major source of nutrition for our, day-to-day needs. But then again, because how busy our lifestyles are right now, mas ang mga tao kadalasang talagang sumusubok or gumagamit na ng mga supplements in order to adjunct their nutritional intake. And to this regard, I just really have to weigh the cost. Meaning, yung cost na sinasabi ko dito is hindi lang tungkol sa financial cost, but rather yung time constraints ninyo in terms of preparing your food, what or how much are you willing to devote to that. Siyempre, yung pagre-research din ninyo or yung pagbabasa-basa ninyo tungkol dun sa product na iti-take ninyo just to make sure na tama yung investment ninyo pagdating sa supplement na inyong bibilhin at iti-take, because the last thing that you really would want to happen is to experience negative health consequences down the road. I've heard a lot of stories Of course, marami na ring mga scientific studies na nagpapakita kung gaano nane-neglect ng mga tao yung negative health consequences ng pagtitake ng supplements. Lalo na kung ito ay hindi naman talaga kailangan at something na meron palang mga embedded na mga substances na hindi naman kailangan ng katawan at hindi na patunayan na safe and effective para ma-achieve yung goal ng isang taong nagtitake ng supplement na yon. So, yun lang po. Gusto ko lang po kayong palalahanan ulit na wag po sana nating ma-miss out yung major message or yung main message ng lahat ng ito, which is ipinapakita lang po sa atin na number 1, tayo sana ay mas maging matalino pagdating sa pagpili ng mga produkto na ating tinitake. Number 2, yes, we all have the right to have the supplements that we're taking to be tested. With regards to its accuracy, again, I do not know how accurate the test done was kasi hindi naman po ako scientist. Okay, and then number 3, we have to go back to the basics pa rin, no? Na we cannot really rely on supplements as our major source of nutrition because the contents will vary at any time. That's why we have to focus on the basics, which is what? Do your resistance training at the right intensity and in the right frequency, and then eat your whole foods. You go back to basics because at the end of the day, hindi tayo pwedeng maging dependent pa din sa mga supplements na ito because they are just there to supplement nga. Okay? To be the icing on our cake. Paano na, pangpadagdag lang. Okay? Just in case, meron kang supplement na pwede mong ilagay or idagdag sa routine mo. Yun. So, I hope meron po kayong natutunan sa session na ito. If you do find value in our contents, please subscribe to our channel, like and share our videos, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye!